Hello YouTube, Josh here on Truth Reactions, and today I'm back with Ty.
Yo guys, what's up?
And today, I forgot to lock my door again. Today we have episode 2, season 3, episode 2.
Yep.
Ty, first impressions.
First impressions. Bad boy. Archie is a bad boy. I'm telling you. I loved it. I really did like this episode. I really, really liked it. And we're gonna talk about bits later, or can I just go into?
We'll go to spoilers later.
Okay,
At least give it like a minute or two before. Give us a first impressions at least before we start talking about spoilers.
But I loved it. I really, really loved it. I love where the characters are heading, and the whole plot in its own is very, very exciting. It's very, very. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad.
Okay, first of all, I love the episodes. I love the filmmaking of the episode. That's something that I found throughout a lot of Riverdale episodes. Is I may not like where the plot is going. I may not like character decisions, but the filmmaking on display in these episodes is pretty damn good. It is really fantastic. I love the horror atmosphere. I love the fact that this is creepy. Okay, I feel like more than ever, the show. I don't know. I can't tell if the show's going supernatural or not, for reasons that we will discuss in the spoiler section. But I do really love the horror aspect. I love the tension this show builds. I love the directing. I even love the use of their execution of a jump scare. We'll talk about it more later. But I love the horror directing. I love the feel good moments as well. There were loads of moments where I loved the atmosphere that I just felt. It felt like it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's a good break from the horror. Which in a show that wasn't founded on horror, I think it's good. If it was something like The Haunting of Hill House, which is a fantastic. I've only seen the first episode, but it was a fantastic horror show. Like the first episode was fantastic horror directing. It was so much horror to the fact that it was some of the scariest TV I've ever watched. But if it had injected all the comedy into it, or the feel-good moments that Riverdale had, it wouldn't have worked. Riverdale can balance the tones because it never started on. It always had a dark tone. It always had that from the very outset. The reason I got hooked on the show was because of the dark tone.
Yeah.
I feel like it also had them feel good moments. The characters were happy at times, and that's what I liked. That's why I liked seeing the characters like in their feel good moments.
Yeah.
But overall, I really liked the episode. I liked where the plot went. I'm very interested. I really enjoyed it. Ty, quickly, what would you give it out of 5?
I'll give it a 5.
I'll give the episode a 4 out of 5 because I do feel like some narrative elements are a little bit derivative. Like, there are some bits that are very derivative of Shawshank Redemption. There's, like, a lot of the prison stuff doesn't feel very unique. Like, we've seen this all before. But then again, it is still very entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give the episode 4 out of 5. But Spoilers. Okay. First of all, Evelyn. You know who I'm referring to by Evelyn?
Yeah. Juju girl.
Yeah. Okay. She's going to be our supernatural connection. She gave Betty the seizure. She gave Ethel the seizure. She gives seizures.
Yeah, that's a bit mad. Do you know when she gave Ethel?
I feel like the farm is supernatural.
She was just watching it. She was just watching it occur.
Yeah. And, okay, remember, I know you audience won't know, but Ty, remember when I said there was a moment that was like Hereditary?
Yeah.
It's the bit where she just gets her hand and she just goes like, right up in the air and she puts her head to the side. That's straight out of Hereditary. Now, what makes me think that sort of either A, retroactively ruins Hereditary, or B, is way too on the nose for Riverdale? Because what that says to me is that she's either A, they don't know what a seizure looks like in Hereditary, or B, they don't know what that or that's not what a seizure looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're just trying to pay homage to Hereditary.
Yeah.
Which, in itself, the scene was very supernatural based.
Yeah, especially when that hand, hand raising. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When she raised her hand like that, I thought she was gonna like kill somebody there. I'm not gonna lie.
See that?
Yeah.
For me, what I liked about the show, I love the supernatural element. I said I'd talk about the jump scare. I did love the fact that he had the camo makeup on. The kid under the bed, I love that he had the camo makeup on.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't have the camo makeup on, it wouldn't have been as good. But because we've just seen this green face, it's not a black face, a white face, an Asian face. It's not a face that we might recognise as human.
Yeah.
It's a face that we would recognise as... Well, we wouldn't recognise. It's a face reminiscent of Frankenstein or like something else we'd see as green.
Yeah, UFOs or something.
Yeah, it doesn't look natural. And that is just a small detail that also works with the character because he's Doyley's apprentice. He's sort of like, he's a survivalist. It works with his character. And I feel like that is some very clever filmmaking. I loved the horror. I just loved the horror direction. I loved the...
But, well, hold on. I want to go into my little rant now.
Go on.
Archie, when he gets to the prison, okay? When he gets to the prison, I loved seeing Archie... I loved seeing him stick to his moral compass.
Yes.
Because because I really thought, with the way Archie's been, and with the way, we've kind of seen him get a little bit more...
We've seen him go dark through season 2.
Yeah.
He's now recovering.
Season
3, for me, is really retconning a lot of the character changes. Remember how Cheryl became sympathetic? She became less cold. She's sort of gone back to that.
Yeah.
But I love how they found a perfect balance.
Yeah.
Here, she's cold. She's back to her happy self. She's happy. She's cold. But she also... Still, we can see she cares for Veronica.
Yeah, she's just trying to help. She wants to help.
She's just trying to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that. Cheryl is one of my favourite characters.
Cheryl is one of my favourite characters as well.
And one thing that I'm not sure I liked on the part of the filmmakers is that Riverdale always, to me, seemed like a more female-orientated show.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
from the very...
I remember the very first time someone said the word Riverdale to me, and they described it to me, and I was like, nah, that is dead.
The aesthetic of the show, to me, screams women. It screams like this is aimed at a female audience. Especially given that in the first scene, like one of the first... I think it was it the first... It was the second scene of the show?
Yeah.
We see Archie topless. And we see a gay guy and a girl ogling over him.
Yeah.
So, you would think the show's aimed at females. So, the scene where... I think they're starting to realise men watch the show as well. Because we had the pool party scene in episode 1.
Yeah.
We had the fact that there was the scene in the girls' changing rooms where Cheryl and Josie were just in their bras. Which, I'm not saying I hate that scene.
No, I don't.
No, I don't hate that scene. But I'm just saying it feels like they're starting to adjust for their audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like the characters in this episode. I really like... With Archie, these are where the feel-good moments come in. I love the football scene and the cheerleading scene, and the scene where he comes out to Jumpsuit by 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
Where it's like, jumpsuit. I've got that album, actually. Hang on. 2 seconds, guys.
Anyway.
Literally, like, the other day I picked up the album. I ordered it on HMV from HMV on Saturday, and it came on Wednesday. And I was actually listening to it today, so it's a 3-date trifecta. But no, it's good. It's, from what I've heard, it's a good album. I need to listen to it all the way through, but good album. But yeah, I love that scene as well because I was recognising the song as it was coming in. I was like, what's this? Because I couldn't think of the name. What's this? And it was like, jumpsuit, jump. I was like, yes. Because I really like 21 Pilots. But yeah, I love that. I love the music choices in the show. Like when they had
Exactly.
Watch Me in the Wrestler, that episode
Yeah.
where they had a jumpsuit here. Even the use of Jailhouse Rock. I really.
Wait. Music choices. Talking on that.
Oh yes.
I remember. It's always gonna stick with me when Jughead becomes a serpent. Believer.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember that when he puts a jacket on?
What's the song Believer? I don't remember Believer.
Oh bloody hell!
Sing it.
Wait. It's like you know the song. You don't know the song? Do you know the song Believer? Right?
I don't recognise it. No.
But anyway, I'm not gonna sing it. But when he gets that, that was brilliant. That was amazing.
Yeah, music choice in the show has always been great. One thing I liked is how the score in this episode, the horror of the score, the bit right before the title card. I can't remember what happened, but I know the score was very horror based. It was escalating. It was scary, and then it cut to the title sequence, and it just gelled so well. I absolutely loved that. As someone who's been editing sound pretty much constantly for the last 3 days, it is so satisfying to see really good sound mixing and sound editing. Just I'm really starting to appreciate film editing now even more. Thanks to my course.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it. One thing I want to talk about in terms of spoilers is that the show feels very derivative. This episode feels very derivative of the Shawshank Redemption. You see the guy who goes in, he gets beat up, he then makes friends with someone, and then someone important to the guy, in this case it's the same person, gets killed, and then the warden takes a special interest in him. It feels very Shawshank. Which honestly, it fits in with the show's it fits in with the show because the show itself has always been they've always appreciated film and TV, which is something I also think season 2 didn't have much of. It didn't have much of the Breakfast at Tiffany's references from season 1, things like that. That's what I loved in this. That's what I'm loving they're bringing back. This feels like the best of season 1 mixed with the best of season 2.
Yeah, it does.
And honestly, I love it so much.
Yeah. Going on to what I was saying before with Archie and him sticking to himself, I love it. I love it because we've seen, obviously last season 2, we kind of saw Archie get darker, take
saw
into his own hands.
That's because Archie was in a very dark place through season 2. And you can argue he's in just as much of a dark place now, but he's sort of, throughout the end of season 2, his character arc was his progression into that darkness. Yeah. And then he sort of bounced back at the end of season 2, which I like. I love that he bounced back.
Yeah. But I love Archie's character. I love the fact that he is, because I really thought he was gonna try and they made it seem like that, which was quite smart to them. But try and fit in with the serpents and try and just get in with their gang. I like the way
they subvert that.
He's kind of made himself known in a good way to the whole to all of the prisoners, especially with the football game. And then with obviously
can we just talk about
motivational speech?
Yeah, can we just talk about the riot scene? The way when the warden called riot, or when they called a riot, and then Archie had to fight off the guards. Can we talk about the action choreography and the cinematography? The way that action was handled, I loved it.
Yeah.
The show isn't an action show, but I loved the action in the show.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Bad boy.
Can we talk about... Okay, the show seems to be leaning more towards supernatural elements with Evelyn, with her being the daughter of Edgar, whatever his name is, for the farm, and her seeming to have the supernatural powers. I actually did some IMDb research earlier. She's not in Sabrina. They haven't confirmed her for Sabrina. Now, I don't know if that's just going to be because the next episode on the 25th is going to be her. If it's going to be if the next episode on the 25th, they're gonna cross it over with Sabrina, and then we see her in Sabrina. I reckon I think it'd be interesting if we saw the farm in Sabrina.
Yes.
That would, if they are going to do it, if they are doing the whole crossover thing. I haven't seen any of the trailers for Sabrina, but if they are doing the crossover thing, it would be really cool if we at least hear mentions to or see the farm, or even if we hear mentions to it, and then we just have a huge crossover episode for like towards the finale of Riverdale, that is set after season 1 of Sabrina, that happens at the farm.
Yeah.
We need to see the farm sometime soon.
Yeah, we do, because everyone keeps talking about it. Yeah.
That all makes me think, yes, this is going to be farm, or not farm, this is going to be supernatural horror, like, the whole babies thing. Whoa, I don't believe that's not hallucination.
No, that's not.
That's no hallucination.
No, that's not.
That scene was too scarring. Why would she give, alright? Why would she give Betty a seizure? Why did she give Ethel a seizure? Do you want to know why? To shut her up. To shut up Betty. To explain it away to Betty. That's why she had a seizure.
Yeah.
Which means that's all real. And that was the best scene out of last episode.
Yes.
I was just really I nearly screamed at that scene. I was on edge the whole time. That scene just had me. Okay, and that's why I believe it's real. Okay, what do you think of the Gargoyle King that we saw in the episode?
The Gargoyle King. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This is the only time man's gonna get technical here, but I don't really think there was any point in showing him. I don't think there was any point in showing him because it was just it was out of the blue. Like, I just thought, I don't know, like, maybe later on, but I don't know. I think it's too early.
I think would have been better.
To kind of build up. I think it's kind of too early to show him, like, I don't know. I think that's too early to do.
I think, well, first of all, the scene had a few things to do. First of all, it had to show the Gargoyle King. Second of all, it had to establish that Ethel had blew them off. And it also, it sort of acted as the midpoint for the episode. They went from trying to find a bunker. Now they want to know about the Gargoyle King as well as find out about the bunker. It sort of acted as a good midpoint for the episode. But it could have been handled a little bit better. The way they handled it, I didn't like it.
No, I didn't either.
I feel like, and that's part of the reason I only gave it 4 stars. Because what I feel like they could have done better was if they did it more like a horror film that I would love. Like, if they did it more like a Mike Flanagan horror film. He's the guy who's doing the House on the Haunted Hill. Or the Haunting of Hill House, sorry. He's the guy who did that. He did Hush, We Children of Evil, Gerald's Game, Before I Wake, Oculus. He's done quite a few horror films.
Yeah.
So, I would have liked it if they'd sort of done his style a little bit more, where you just show stuff in the background. I wish we saw it from afar. We saw the Gargoyle King from afar, maybe around a campfire, or a bonfire, or some kind of fire. And then Betty and Jughead, they're moving around. They're doing like a massive circle to try and get a look at it. We're getting like close-ups of it. We're getting like small things of it. And then we get the reveal of it at the end of the scene. And then they leg it. That would have worked better than just turns up.
Exactly.
Because that feels like...
Because I was a little bit shook. I was like, wait, doesn't make sense. It just didn't... Yeah, I didn't really rate that.
What I love, and the reason I'm kind of willing to forgive it, is the parent scene.
Ooh,
that scene is plot setup. And oh my god.
Yes.
This is where you can see the show is influenced by things like The Shawshank Redemption and Nightmare on Elm Street. The children are reliving the parents' mistakes.
Yep.
And oh my god, I can't wait to see where this plays out. This is every episode gives us an element that I can't wait to see play out, which is clever. It's clever screenwriting on behalf of the screenwriters. That scene was crazy.
And the fact that everyone was there, even Hiram.
Yeah.
That was mad. That was bad boy. That was bad boy. When I saw all of them, I was like, okay, right, this is going to get a bit mad. But when I saw Hiram, I was like, whoa, this must be serious.
This is serious.
Because it also, just remember, what's his face? What's his face? Those two, they're the three dads, Archie, the
FP
gay,
and
the gay one, and Jughead's dad. They're all going to take down Hiram, but I think Archie's dad was there for sure, and I think Jughead's dad was there for sure. So the fact that they're all there is going to be big because Hiram's obviously an enemy now. So this is serious. This is very serious.
I feel like Hiram's sort of going to become like a B bad guy. He's the B plot now, which I like because. So
I also think I think he's going to be a bad guy, but I also think he's going to need to do some. He's going to need to help out because of the whole pack.
Yeah,
the parents.
See, what I like is that Hiram's feeling like the B bad guy. His story is going to start to become the B story, which I love because season 2 never had a B story. You got to think, right? Season 2 had one story, another story, and then the first story again.
Yeah.
Its B story was Chick, which underlined the whole show, but not even the whole season, because Chick wasn't introduced until I started waiting for the episodes after episode 9.
Yep.
We're getting elements that look like they're going to run through the whole season, and this is big.
Yeah.
Now, what I won't mind, I wouldn't mind, okay, if the show was to be, okay, here's half a season. Now we're going to have a midpoint and we're going to switch it up. This is going to become the focus instead, and this is going to sort of become the less of a focus.
Yeah.
That's what I hope if they are going to do the whole unfocused thing season 2 had, that's what they're going to do. That's what I hope they do, yeah.
Yeah. Mate. Oh, bad boy. I'm telling you. Like this.
Okay, what is that phrase, bad boy?
That got me shook because I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that scene was great. Like it added to I love the lighting in that scene as well. It just added to the horror vibe. So what's that bad boy phrase you're using? That's just something new. I've never heard you use that before.
Bad boy. Oh mate, do you know I've been watching this mad podcast, Chucky Online. I think I sent it to you. I can't remember. But the guy, what's it called? One of my favourite people on the podcast called Poet. He always says it, so I just picked up. You know, what's it called? They're all from my state, London. I'm from there. I know my ends, so I had to pick it up. Josh, I have to stay on top of these things, right? And I'm black. I can't be.
Well, they don't know that, Ty. As far as they know
that now.
As far as everyone who knows,
know it actually. There's videos of me.
Everyone who's just watched this series has just heard you. They haven't seen you.
Well, guys,
you brought race into it. You're the racist.
Say something. I need to say something.
I'm kidding.
There is a Negro talking. Just saying. I'm black. I am black, so don't say I'm racist. I am black.
I know. Shall I put a content warning at the beginning?
I'm black. Okay. I'm black.
The way you're saying it as if I need to put a content warning at the beginning.
I mean, if you feel like it.
No, I won't. That'd be too far.
That episode, it was mad. I saw madness.
I think the episode was great. I think we should leave it at this.
Yeah.
Because
enough said.
Yes, we don't need to talk too much more on it. But yeah, I feel like the episode. I feel like Ethel. Sort of, they keep trying to make Ethel relevant.
Yeah,
but they
always bring her in on,
they brought her in when.
To be fair, I could probably do without seeing her. Not that I don't want to see her. She's just a little bit,
She's a good actress. She is.
She is.
But I feel like they wanted to make her more relevant, then realised, she's off filming a Netflix film.
Yeah.
So.
She's in something else. She's
in Sarah Bridges is a Loser. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Sarah Bridges is a Loser. I know it's not Bridges. It's like
think
Bridges.
It's on my list. I'm not too sure.
It's on mine. I need to watch it. But
to be fair, that actor, I've actually seen her around.
Stranger Things.
Like, she was on Disney. She was on Stranger Things. She was on Disney at one point. I'm sure.
She was in a horror film called Wish Upon. It was quite crap, but it was enjoyably crap. But yeah, look, I think we should just leave it at this. Okay, I really enjoyed the episode. Oh, one final thing. Any predictions for next episode?
predictions.
Mhm.
Archie's gonna become a ringleader. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
I reckon
man,
Archie and the Warden are going to become not friends, but sort of like Archie has to work for him.
yeah, I think Archie's gonna get the respect of everyone.
Everyone's going to respect Archie except him, except the
Yeah.
Warden. I reckon that's going to happen. I reckon we're going to get Betty and Jughead are going to catch on.
Yes.
They're also going to get in a lot of heat from the police. They're in the room when Ben committed suicide.
Of course.
Which, by the way, amazing scene.
Yeah.
Right? They were in the room when he committed suicide. They are going to get in trouble for snooping.
Mhm.
They're going to think that they murdered him.
Yeah, they're probably gonna try and put that on them.
But I don't know.
It won't really. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
feel like,
But
I don't know, maybe.
they're also going to catch on to Evelyn.
Yes.
They're going to catch on. They need to catch on.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's also the parents. We're going to get more of them being shady and shifty.
Mhm. Yeah, with their little clubhouse thing that they're doing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're definitely gonna listen. It's all going down, man. It's all going down.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we should leave it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week with another video.
Bye.